Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us for this month's Charleston Tech Chat. This is a monthly series where we spotlight local tech talent and we talk about what it's like to live and work in Charleston, South Carolina. Today we are in downtown Charleston and we are at AVOXI and we have an amazing view of the bridge in downtown. You can't get better than this. And we have Pablo and Adam here and we're going to talk about all things AVOXI in Charleston. And I ask that you send your questions, whether it's about AVOXI or about living in Charleston, or if it's about hiring here, because AVOXI is hiring currently a couple of developers. So thank you so much for having us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
So first question is, can you tell me a little bit about AVOXI, how long y'all have been working here, and what you do for AVOXI? So you can start.
Sure. So AVOXI is a company that specializes in household IP. AVOXI has been evolving in the tech industry in the past few years, and now we're working more towards the software development portion of it. But AVOXI basically specializes in voice over IP solutions for business around the world. We have a few branches in different parts of the world where we service our customers and provide them with solutions to connect with their customers.
Okay, and what do you do with AVOXI? What's your position?
I am the product manager for AVOXI. I've been working for AVOXI for about 5 years now, and I recently moved to Charleston.
Okay, great. And how about you?
Yeah, so I've been at AVOXI for about 10 months now. I'm a developer, but it's kind of got a startup feel to it, so we all kind of wear multiple hats, whether it's doing like requirements gathering or front-end or back-end development. I do all of that.
Okay, so I just kind of found out that AVOXI actually has offices in South Africa and Jamaica and Atlanta. Yeah, so tell me what brought AVOXI here to Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah, so our CEO is actually from here. So he went to the Citadel and he was able to open his first office in Atlanta. He was able to successfully grow the business, and he thought that a great way to give back to the community here in Charleston is to bring AVOXI to Charleston. And he opened the doors to a great array of people, great people that specialize in the technology industry as Adam and a few other folks over here. So that's one of the main reasons why he decided to open the doors over here.
That's great. And so how many people work in the Charleston office?
I think it's probably around 15 now.
And then where are you globally?
We have offices in South Africa, Costa Rica, Jamaica, Atlanta, which is our headquarters, and here.
Okay.
We have about 100 employees right now.
Okay, great.
So yeah,
we're
always growing.
All right, so with everything kind of going on and being kind of all over and global, what about AVOXI's future really excites you?
Yeah, so from a developer perspective, like I said, it's kind of got a startup feel to it, but we've been around such a long time that it's not really a startup, so there's not that much danger to it. And we also have like a lot of potential as far as the product goes, and as far as the product goes, and building the dev team, and actually building a product from scratch, and that's what really excites me.
Okay, great. Anything for you?
Everything. I mean, it's a great company to grow. I've been able to move my way up through the rankings of AVOXI. It's a great company to learn and obviously to be able to provide great services to customers around the world.
All right, great. What brought you to Charleston? So whether it was the job or the location or the city?
Yeah, so I'm originally from Virginia area, just south of Richmond, and I actually went to Newberry College to play soccer. And my roommate at Newberry College was actually from James Island. So we used to come back to Charleston on the weekends, and I kind of just fell in love with the city and kind of realized that's where I wanted to live after I graduated.
Okay, how about you?
AVOXI actually gave us the opportunity to move over here, so we came in town, looked at the history, looked at the food, the nightlife. Everything was such a great place to live and have a family. Then we decided to move.
Okay, and you moved from Atlanta, right?
Moved from Atlanta.
All right, great. So kind of coming back to your work with AVOXI, is there a certain project or anything that's been really rewarding that you've been working on recently?
Yeah, so my favorite is actually the current project we're working on. We've been probably working on this one for about 8 months now. And the reason I like it so much is, as a developer, I like to learn new things, and we've got a lot of cutting-edge technology on it as far as like the stack goes. We're using like Golang on the back end, and Spanner as a database, and React Redux on the front end. So learning all those new things has really been awesome for me.
Okay. Anything exciting, or you can talk about maybe the partners you're working with?
Yeah, so as far as partners, one of our biggest partnerships right now is Google. However, in our South Africa locations, we have over 100 different partners that we do business with. So it's been pretty exciting.
Okay. So tell me about the culture here at AVOXI. I mean, you obviously have an amazing view, so you can't really get gloomy during the day when you're looking at this.
Or when you do get gloomy, you go for a walk outside and everything's okay, right?
Right? That's true.
But like I said, we have a smaller dev team now, about 10 to 12 developers, and we all get along really great. We like to have a good time in the office, but also at the same time get our things done. And it's such an awesome location. We have great places to go for lunch and happy hour and that kind of thing. So it's a really great place to work.
Yeah, you guys just mentioned that you went to the Edmonds Oast, the new brewery that opened up with the workshop. So
yeah.
Good
It was great.
Some good team time.
Yes,
so.
it is. And Taco Boy, can't do Taco Boy.
Oh, Taco Boy is good. There's a lot of good food within walking distance. How about you? Anything specific about the culture here?
Everything. I mean, these guys have been great. They opened the doors to me and my family when we came in, and they've just been great overall. I mean, the city, the people, our bosses, everything has been very great.
Oh, good. Well, talking since we're talking about y'all right now, Tom, is there anything about something defining that happened in your life or your career that took you towards technology and the technology field?
Yeah, I have a really boring answer for that. Not really. I know I've always grew up liking technology, whether it's like video games or computers, phones. So I kind of knew that was the space I wanted to get in. So once I actually took my first computer science course, I was learning Java. I kind of just fell in love with programming.
So you've been doing it since you knew right away.
Yep.
So that's good. It's not boring. It just means you knew what you wanted to do, and
a
you
lot
did
of kids
it.
nowadays start at like ages 8 or 10, and I wasn't really until college that I really got into it.
Right. How about you?
Mine was kind of similar. I actually like taking things apart, putting back together. Anything tech related, I really like. I actually started in AVOXI selling the technology, so I learned all about it. And now that I'm in the product portion of it, I just really enjoy see how everything actually works and how everything gets created.
Okay. Well, we were talking earlier, you guys have traveled a little bit and have worked other places. What does the Charleston tech community offer over places like Austin and Raleigh or Silicon Valley?
Well, I would say the best thing is the city, right? I mean, those cities are all great, but having the beach here and like an emerging tech scene, like I know we're one of the biggest tech scenes on the East Coast. Maybe New York's a little bit bigger than us, but I love working here. The food is great, the people are great, the beaches, the views, everything's great. And yeah, I've been to Silicon Valley, and I like it here better, honestly.
Okay. How about you? Because you're in Atlanta, which has a great tech scene as well.
Yes, however, here in Charleston, everything is growing and growing really fast, and I think that's what attracted me and attracted, I'm sure, a lot of people here.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so if someone's watching right now and they're looking at this view and they're hearing all your great answers and they're thinking about, well, I need to work at AVOXI, what's kind of the best advice you would give somebody when they're looking for a job here in Charleston?
Actually, since I just moved here, one of the first things I did is do your research, go around, try to talk to people that are in the industry, try to understand the actual culture that they have here in Charleston. Everything's a lot different than anywhere else, but it's a great city to grow professionally and personally, and I think that's the first thing you gotta do your research.
Do your research. And we got a lot of great places, Charleston Open Source's website, Charleston Digital Corridor, Silicon Harbor Magazine. We have a lot of great resources. Charleston Women in Tech. You go on and on, but there's a lot of different places. Our resources page has all of that, so you can kind of find how deep the community here goes in the tech world. All right, so here's a fun one. Just in 3 words, why Charleston for tech, or just for Charleston as a whole?
Beach, cuisine, and the growth of the tech industry that we have going on right now.
All right.
I have to agree with that. Beach, growth, and the city. City's awesome.
This view, right? This gorgeous weather. All right, so we're still talking about Charleston and the great lifestyle. What do you think is the most exciting thing happening? Whether it's, the growth of the tech community, or if it's the festivals or the breweries or anything. What do you think is the most exciting thing happening?
I mean, I think it's probably a combination of all of them. From where we live, we get to experience it all, right? The growing tech scene is great for people in our industry, but at the same time, on the weekends, being able to experience the beach or the food or the golf courses that we all have, it's just the best combination of everything for me.
How about you?
Well, you have a little bit of everything right now. So you have the history in the city, you have the beach, you have the growing technology scene here in Charleston, and all those things together just make a perfect combination.
Thanks for an exciting story about us. So, all right, it's the weekend. It's almost the weekend. So what are you going to be doing?
Well, it's football season, right? So I guess I'll be watching some football, but if I'm not watching football, probably trying to play golf, or I've got a 1-year-old at home, so you know it's all about spending quality time with the family.
Right.
Too, so
Right.
maybe squeezing in a happy hour if I can.
Right? That's enough places to go here.
Yeah.
What are you going to be doing?
More likely going to the beach, enjoying this awesome view, and probably put in a few hours of work.
Yeah. Well, there you go. See? That was for all the bosses listening. All right. Are you ready for speed round?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it. Favorite restaurant?
Go.
Oh, good choice.
I love
Not a
Go,
lot of people say that
yeah.
one. What about you?
Fuel.
Fuel? Another. See? I like hearing new ones. That's good.
Yeah.
Favorite cocktail or beer?
I'm a simple guy. Bourbon and some Diet Coke, and I'm good to go.
Okay.
I have to go to bourbon.
All right. So, favorite place for a caffeine fix?
I'm home. I'm
Home?
not really a big Starbucks
Yeah.
guy or anything like that. I drink basic coffee.
Very
yeah,
Coffee.
basic
Thank
coffee.
you.
Well, I personally just had a really good French press at Sparrow for lunch. So there's mine I'm going to throw out there. And you guys are walking distance to Mercantile and Mash, too, which
Yes.
is not great. Laptop or desktop?
Is that a question anymore? Laptop.
I use a desktop.
Do
Oh
you
my
really?
gosh, there's nothing wrong with there.
Laptop.
A laptop. I have two screens. Does that
Yeah.
make me cool at all? No, I'm losing that one. So, Bill Murray or Stephen Colbert?
Bill Murray all day for me.
Every day.
All right. Well, you guys just said you were bourbon people, but do you have a favorite brewery?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with local. The Tradesman on James Island. I'm on James Island. I love one of their beers, the wheat beer. So that's probably one of my favorites.
Okay.
I just moved, so I don't know much about breweries around here. So whenever he texts me, that's where I go.
Okay, we're gonna have to
There's
start
a really
giving you
good
some
rooftop
tour.
brewery over here, but I can't remember the name of it. Revelry.
Revelry.
That's right. Yeah.
There's a rooftop. Revelry's probably my favorite,
Yeah.
but it's been around longer, so I've gotten to know better.
Yeah.
Kayak, paddleboarding, none of the above. Beaching.
I've done both, but now with having a 1-year-old, it's kind of hard to get out there. So I'm more of just a beach guy.
Right. I have a 3-year-old, so it's more like wagon pulling
Yeah,
and
exactly.
sandcastle building. Do you have a preference or nothing?
Kayak, but I would like to try paddleboard.
Yeah, it's fun. It takes a little while, but it's good. Do you have a favorite festival?
I mean, we have the one in Charleston that I've been to a couple times. What is the Southern Grounds Festival? I'm not sure if they're still doing it
the
anymore.
Zach Brown one? He took a
Yeah.
year off, but I think they're coming back.
Okay,
It's a great
yeah,
one.
so that's always a good time. As far as other cities, I haven't really been to any big festivals like Burning Man. Or
Right,
anything like
yeah.
that.
Well, we got a lot of good festivals here. You don't need to go all the way there. So we'll have to get you guys into some festivals here in
Definitely,
Charleston.
definitely.
All right, we'll say favorite sports. Some people don't realize how many sports teams that Charleston has, some local teams. Do you have a favorite local team?
I love going to the Battery games as well as the River Dogs. River Dogs are always so much fun. So I would say both of them.
All right.
I actually love the Hurricanes. This is the U10 group of girls that I'm helping coach. So.
I love that answer. That is great. That's great. We'll go Hurricanes for soccer. All right, so let's do a summary. Great view, perfect spot of AVOXI. They are hiring. And then lastly, what is Charleston in one word?
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Awesome. So beautiful and awesome. If you want to check out those two great words here in Charleston, check out the jobs offering on the Charleston Open Sources page. AVOXI's page also has the listing. We appreciate y'all having us today, and everyone have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
coming. See you guys.
Thanks.